Welcome back to Yashahime Princess Half Demon Anime Review episode number 29. This is being episodes 40 to 42 of the anime. I have checked. They have released now. I thought prior to today, I thought I would have 3 episodes left to go after I finish up these 3. I actually have 4 episodes left to go, so I might squeeze out a couple more videos out of this one. Possibly, yes, if I finish it by tomorrow. Okay, these 3 episodes. Now, I forgot to mention this in my last video. Episode 39 had the return of Shippo. Yes, Shippo. A character who's been absent from almost the entire series, and here he is. Or apparently he's been teaching at Demon Promotional School. Yes. He apparently has got a crush on a smoking hot teacher. And, well, not much to it. And of course he flies off, runs into the raccoon dog, teams up with him for the next few episodes. Now, these 3 does wrap up one big plot thread. I'll get to that. So, for the last couple episodes, basically, Toa, Setsuna, and Marha have been inside of the world of the Black Pearl, which is basically the gravesite of the Great Dog Demon. Inuyasha and Shizuru's father, and the 3 girls' awesome grandfather. So, so basically, they come with the idea to summon Tenseiga to the world in order to get out of that place. So, basically, they go inside the Great Dog Demon's belly. Now, I should point out something interesting about this area. This is the first time this has been seen since the early episodes of Inuyasha. I think the last that popped up was episode 9. Yes, they did pop up. They did go to this place. They did see this place in the final act, but they never technically went inside the body. No, they never went inside the Great Dog Demon's stomach. Never did. And it was also great to see that place again, where the Tenseiga and Tenseiga were pulled out for the first time. Yes, it was great to see this place again. Like, if you're a fan of Inuyasha, the classic series, you would love these episodes because they bring this back. Like, basically, you have Toa, where she summons the Tenseiga, which basically is being held by Shimmer. Basically, like, oh, you can't use it. Kimura is like, oh, you can't use that. I mean, it's a healing sword. Despite the fact he is dying, the sword is summoned away to the world, the Black Pearl. And it's there, pretty because all I gotta do, pull the thing out, and then of course unlock the gate. Pretty simple, right? Not really. It's a bit of a struggle. So Setsuna and Moha had to help out Toa pulling the thing out, and they do. And of course Toa uses the sword to make a bridge to the gate. The gate opens, and we got no problem. Meanwhile, though, Shippo and Ricardo, I think that's his name, well, they basically fly. Well, prior to this, we have these 2 go to the Demon Slayer village. Yes, and we see the return of Sango. Yes, the beautiful Sango. And we have something basically something that's not been seen in the original watch series. I'll get to that. So, basically, you have her meeting up with her daughters. And basically, they come with a plan because they need help Kagome. So, basically, the girls go and get Kohaku and their brother, Hisui, and she go get her awesome husband, Maroku, who, yeah, it's quite obvious, though, yes, I do know about what happened with the original voice actor. It's obvious that by this episode that his voice clearly changed because, well, the actor passed away a couple years ago. At first, he basically did an impression of him. Here, it's very obvious that it's a completely different voice now because it's been a while. I mean, I think this is overall like a 3rd or 4th appearance in the entire series. And this also is the first time he's appeared in Act 2 when he appears in these episodes. And basically, like, oh yeah, this finished up his journey. And of course, they ride in the raccoon dog's back. And actually, riding Kilala, I think it is. Whereas, like, what were the girls up to? Oh, the kids doing. And of course, Sango slaps him. Like, oh, they'll be fine. Yeah, it was great to see that again. Moroku getting slapped by Sango. Yep, the same woman who he groped a lot in the original series, basically rubbing her back, rubbing her rear end. They did other girls most of the song though, but it's great to see that again. It's interesting that these two have married now for like 20 years. She's 38 now. Because the thing is, in the original series, I think she was like 18 throughout the entire series. And here we are 20 years in the future. Yep, it is something. Let's see this. And Merc gets back his basically his staff. It would be interesting though when he puts on his monk robes again. That would be interesting. So, that's the last see of him. But of course, the Shippo, they go meet up with Kagome and Inuyasha. For Shippo's respect, he has not seen these two in years. So, basically, the raccoon dog decides to give Jock and the girls a lift to go see Shishumaru's mother. Yes, because apparently she has the key. She basically has the windmill time at her place, which they never exactly show exactly where this is. Apparently, her palace is in the frickin' sky. I never noticed this. It's great to see Shishimaru's mother again. And I should point out, though, they never gave her a name. She's only referred to as Shishimaru's mother. That's it. She is by far the only kind of major character in the series who never gets an actual name. Heck, the Great Dog Demon has a fucking name. I think his name is Kisuru, I think his name is. But at least he has a name. His first wife, oh, God forbid we give her a name. Oh, by the way, I had this thing where Morha, where she basically puts the pearl in the rouge, which is so nice. And also Kagome gives Morha a new bow. And I love the fact we actually have Kagome sitting on the bow near as well. The very same well that she kept going in and out of a lot in the classic series. It's like these scenes with Kagome near. It's like basically pure nostalgia. People who love the classic Inuyasha series. We have a sort of a meanwhile in the future where basically it's that. Well, there was something suspicious about Toa's homeroom teacher. It turns out that he's actually made from the arm of Kinemaro, which Riku threw down the very bone as well that Kagome basically went up and down through a lot over the years. And he's kind of indirectly responsible for some of the stuff happening in present day. Yeah, he kind of is. And he ends up fighting first Kinemaro fights Inuyasha. Great to see him do some action fighting in the series. First time since the pilot episode he's done some fighting, though he did a little bit of fighting in episode 14 of the previous season, but this is the first time you see the backlash wave, the wind scar, the animated barrage, basically all the greatest hits. And he's fighting alongside his wife and his daughter. Yeah, it is so awesome. And he's like, oh, yeah, it's so interesting to see this. You have the main male lead from the original classic series fighting the new bad guy. Yeah. The old versus the new. Though he kind of basically is ancient bad guy anyways, due to the fact he's old enemy of the Great Dog Demon. Yep, it's a great scene to see. And plus see Kagome firing her arrows again. Also first time since the previous series. And it is sad, really sad, that the original Kagome voice actress could not come back. Not only for Final Act, but this too, because she did great job in the classic series. And the only reason why she came back to Final Act, because the actress retired and moved to Canada. That's the only reason why. Like, I would have, if I was basically some of Viz Media, I would say, hey, could you come back? We need you to reprise your role as Kagome. And she'd be like, I'll be on the next flight. You could have eased on that, and nope, they decided to recast her because she decided to retire. Fine, whatever. But I think it would have been nice basically to hear her voice again because it's a great voice. I've never heard her in any of her series. At least in the case of Inuyasha, he's got the same voice actor. Though it sounds like, even though it's credited as the same guy, still same guy, it seems like for these episodes, his voice slightly changed. His pitch was a bit off. Yes, I thought that was kind of weird. Yeah, as far as I can tell, there's no real reason why in the world this is. Excuse me. I'm trying to remember who actually is the voice of him. Let's see here. He is voiced by Richard Ian Cox. Mm-hmm. Yes. Even the actor's 48 now, but it sounds like his voice changed a little bit. Mm-hmm. That's what it seems like to me, from my perspective. Yes. Because that's what I'm hearing anyway. It seems like the pitch is a bit off. Yes. Oh, by the way, Kakome's English dub actress is Kara Tozer. Does a great job with the character. Mm-hmm. Yep. Now you might be thinking, like, is there any like other animes that's this one she did? No, she did this one final act. That was it. Yeah. The guy who voices Moroku is Ian James Carlett. He was the first English dub actor for Goku. Yep. And the thing is, he has not done very much anime. I mean, prior to this series, he's only done one, two, three, four, five, only 5 series. No, seriously. It's almost like you could say, oh, he's got very little experience, but at least he's in a familiar series. At least a lot of the other voice actors basically didn't change very much. No, not really. Mm-hmm. And one thing I do appreciate this series doing is having the original Shishimu voice actor come back, David Kai. Yes, high praise at this point, anyways, to bring him back. Now, I will if I get a chance to meet this guy in person. I'm gonna ask him why did he leave? Why was he replaced the final act? Did he have some falling out with media? And of course, they brought him back for this, which was great. And he doesn't do a lot in these episodes of Shermaru, but it's great to hear his original voice actor again. So after of course, they spend a whole episode battling a guy with a very similar name to Shishomaru. You could say, oh, maybe he's just a cousin. No, he's just a guy. He's just a demon made up of various demons who were not chosen to go through the windmill time. Which, of course, basically, Akbar, who apparently is seen by Shishomaru's mother and, like, lying at her lap. I gotta admit something about Shishomaru's mother. She may be, like, hundreds of years old, but she looks absolutely fantastic for her age. Like, wow, it's quite something. It's probably due to the fact she's a demon. That's probably the reason why she looks so gorgeous for her age. Yeah, and she's Shishimaru's mom. Yes, and it's interesting though. Toe was trying to be as polite as possible with her, like, "Hello, you ladyship," or should I call you grandma? She didn't have. It's like they give an anime reaction to her being called grandma because technically these two of these three like Toa and Setsuna are technically her granddaughters. Moha really isn't due to the fact that she's even though yes that like her father is basically the same guy who's the father of her son Shishimaru, but in the case of she basically is seen sort of like the step granddaughter, while in the case the other two are legit granddaughters. That's probably from her perspective, anyways. And after they defeat the demon, of course, they go through the windmill and they go straight to the Rohire, which they basically the actual comet is seen in present day, and apparently only his basically our part is sent through. And we also see that apparently we have it where he actually has to reach his hand, his cow from the future, and bring him to the future. And apparently, it's also revealed that the very sword that Riku where she gave Setsuna during that mini arc, where it turns out it's cursed, and apparently it's draining her comb. Basically, it's one part of her spirit power. It deals with chi stuff mostly, from what I can tell. Haku is the energy, and that one, of course, is the way the heart mind beat. But yes, but it's like basically like it was programmed to basically have the Rion's new, like, let's just say her new vessel. Also, Riku, the incarnation of Kinemaru, he's killed. Yes, he's killed by episode 42. He is stabbed by, indirectly by Ryun using Zero's staff. Yep, she kept her beautiful aunt's staff around. Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's pretty much it. Absolutely fantastic episodes. And I'm still loving the series so far. There's approximately 6 episodes left to go. And I'm only going to be reviewing about 4 more. And that's it for now, anyways, until whenever the series finishes dubbing. Probably in the next couple weeks. They probably released the recent episode just today. And I'm hoping to finish up the last few, presumably tomorrow at the latest. Yep. But yeah, that's particularly it for this particular review. Next one's going to be a couple comic corners. That'll be pretty much it for tonight. Okay, next video. Bye.